Hello, hello there, James here. Sorry, let me see if I can uh, close the blinds, get that glare. I'm trying to a little bit anyway. How you guys doing? I hope you guys doing well out there. Oh, still got the glare. Close it. um, I'm going to show you a couple videos, and this is going to send a chilling message. And if you don't, it's up to you what you want to believe. And I'll leave it up to you to believe. But you know, some people don't believe these are the last days. Some people don't believe we are that there's no other side of the world. And despite some people you think it's just about religion, and some people think it's about, they have the whole mindset of why you should be assemble yourself among people who have the mind of God. And it's good that you can have church. It's good that you read the Bible. It's good that you pray. For some people, that's good. They're well disciplined. But for some of us, we need to see what's happening. What I'm about to show you, it's gonna scare the living mess up out of you. And it's gonna and I want you to think that time is winding up. And part of this video is going to determine where you want to go. I'm gonna give you show you two videos. In these videos come from the afterlife, and it's not with ding, no violins, no soft music. You about to hear sound you ain't never heard before. And if you don't think about getting yourself to Jesus soon, after you hear these videos, you're gonna give your life over to Christ. So the first video, I didn't hear this video, but I marked it down. Now I usually wouldn't recommend doing this or get someone to do this, but this young man, but I believe something is in another dimension. So we're about to hear what he's got to say. And he's going to tell you,
building and protecting
this
wealth
video
is more daunting
talk
than
about
ever.
souls.
Amid global market
Describing
volatility, stock market losses and rising inflation have left investors with few options. Ground Floor is here to help,
shout out to
with a
Ken
reliable
Cody
way
ITC.
to earn cash while saving for the future. You don't have to let the
And I
stock
hope
market decide
some
the fate
people,
of your
some of you
portfolio.
people think about
Investing
this,
in real estate debt
because
on Ground Floor provides a low-risk
you can't
way
live
to earn
forever.
high yields without sacrificing liquidity or suffering from
You can't live forever. And when you leave this earthly body, you're going someplace. But what you're about to hear, I hope you don't end up in this place.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, Cody here, and wow, this video is going to be absolutely crazy today, guys. We have two spirits from hell in a matter of 3 days, which is very, very rare. We don't usually get spirits who claim to be from hell on the sessions, but some of the communication, I do warn you, is very, very scary. During filming, it made the hair on my arm stand up, and every time I listen to it, it just gives me the chills. So I do warn mother doing okay on the other side? I'm going to try different setting links just because that is a setting that spirits have difficulty manipulating. Is Lynx's mom okay on the other side? Something about you.
I think it's important to mention this right now, that throughout the session you'll hear Lynx's mother come through saying things like this. As the session goes on, you'll begin to understand what she means and why she's saying this. Lynx's mother is confused and feels guilty for not being with Lynx in his life right now, whether it be from missing out on past events that were significant in his life, or just not being there right now in the physical. How long ago she passed, I'm not too sure of. If she passed recently, she still may be in the transitioning phase, and that's why she may be confused. If she passed away a while ago, she may be confused because she's holding on to things and she can't move on while holding on to things like regret and guilt, sadness, and stuff like that.
Are we in contact with Lynx's mom right now? I heard I'm here. If this is Lynx's mom, do you have any messages for Lynx? Do you have any messages for your son Lynx? She's using a very hard setting to use right now, but it's very clear. I want to get a very clear message for Lynx. Is there anything you want to say to your son? The afterlife. Is there anything you want to say before I switch to the next question? Because I do feel the connection weakening. Are you doing good on the other side? Comfort and strength. That was really clear. Thank you for coming through and using these settings. Do we have any spirits here with us tonight? I think I just heard inside hell. It's interesting. Are you stuck in hell right now?
Fire engulfs it. Save me.
Save you, I can't save you, unfortunately. I can try to pray, I can envision the light, but I can't save you from where you are right now.
It's not working.
Jesus, yeah, Jesus can help you. Do you want me to pray to him? I'm going to try to change the setting here to a more clearer one. Can you come through on this one? Did you want me to pray for you? Sure. Sure. If you tell me your name, I'll pray for you. Ed, I think that's what I heard. Thank you so much, Ed, for coming
are right now, Ed. See, propaganda. It's propaganda against God, propaganda against Jesus. Strange images. Can you tell me what these images look like? And just like that, Ed is gone. Well, I will pray for him later. You know, that's the interesting part about spirit communication here is 1 second they'll come through, the next second they're just gone like that, without any warning. And I like to think that it's got to do with their energy, and I like to think that it can be described as a battery. Some devices like flashlights don't tell you when the battery's going to go dead. It just happens. And just like that, the spirits go away. So it's almost as if they just run out of energy abruptly. Do you guys like the new filming room, or do you like my old session better?
Please help me. They're going to take her.
Why do spirits come through asking us for help sometimes? We're lost.
Where they at? That's what it looked like.
Thank you for coming through. I heard you very clear.
That's what it looked like right down there, right now, in
Familiar
eternity.
with a spirit named Ed that is currently stuck in hell. Are you familiar with somebody like that?
They said you can't help them. I hope. Just what he's talking to.
One of our members, Dave Beeling, wanted to know, what is it like in heaven? What do you guys do? What does it look like?
See this?
You can use my energy to come through if you want. What do you guys do in heaven? You're free. Oh my god. Somebody came through yesterday and they said that they were free in heaven and that they could fly free, I believe is what they said. If I still have that session clip, I'm going to put it on screen right now for you guys to see. But that's absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for coming through and confirming that. How are you guys doing tonight? Do you like the new settings? Who's here with us tonight? Do you guys like these new pedals? Does it help you to communicate better? System? Yeah, it's a bunch of little systems, I guess, connected to each other.
So this the guy you want to dwell with for eternity? This the guy you want to party with?
Want to know what it's like in heaven. Wow, so what do you guys think about that session? That was absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down.
What do you think? You're not convinced? Okay. Let me show you this video. Guess what you're listening to? What does it look like down there? That's one of them speaking. That's what it's going to look like. It could be him. This is what you're hearing. So, well, I hope that convinced you. Like I said, if you don't, when you leave eternity, like I said, if you, whenever you leave this earth, there's two people you're going to. Do you want to go to heaven, or do you want to go to that place, the image that I showed you earlier? Or do you want to see this or do you want to see something like this? Do you want to spend an eternity with something that look like this? You know who that is? You want to spend eternity with him? Oh, I'm going to show you. It's the spirit behind it. You want to spend eternity with him? This is the one you pray to and you sacrifice your children to. Abortion. That's what they look like in the spirit. But the main captain is this one. This is the one that hates every human being on the planet. And though people want to reverence him, this is what he looked like. But it's fascinating, right? And you hear what they were saying down there, right? There ain't no comforter. And when you sit down there with him, that's what it's gonna look like. That's what he's gonna do. You sure you keep mocking God? And it's a warning. Keep mocking God, you're gonna be with him. And those who mocking God, mock his son, keep mocking him. Go right ahead. Keep mocking God. Go keep mocking the Christ, because this is who you're gonna be with. Blaspheme his spirit, his holiness. And this is where you're gonna be with him. You want to dwell with this thing for eternity? Oh, guess what? This one. You've heard of him? That's part of Satan's army. You want to dwell with? You think that's cool? You think that they give a darn about you? You think you want to see something like these images in hell? You think your spirit want to see this? Your soul want to see this? Look at it. Look at these images. Keep blaspheming God. You want to be an idol? You want to curse God? Curse the Most High? You want to cause conflict? You want to practice magic, warlock, be a warlock or witch? Oh, they'll give you the power. Oh, they'll give you the power. But it's going to require you. But when God says you have to go and be with them, then your work is done and your destruction on earth. Oh, you can be with Azazel if you're a witch or you're a warlock or you're a sorceress. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You want to go against the kingdom of God? Here's your captain. Here's your captain right here. This is who he is. This is who Michael and his angels gonna fight and gonna whoop they behind. You want to see something like this in the spirit? You want to travel up into the second heavens and see this thing? Oh no. You want to go down and you don't want to love Christ, do you? You don't want to go to heaven where it's beautiful things. No, you want to sit up there and celebrate. You want to celebrate with something that look like this, don't you? Don't you? No. You gonna party with these fellas, huh? You gonna party with these fellas, huh? And they laughing at you. These fellas are laughing at you. As you blaspheme Yeshua, Amashiach, blaspheming his Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Elohim, they laughing at you. They saying, good job. Keep doing what you're doing, because when your assignment's up, you're gonna be with him. And you gotta look for him for eternity. Oh, these are eternal ones. Oh, did you know? Oh, he's like, I don't believe that. Oh, when you leave your earthly body, that's what you're gonna see. If God said you can't, your book ain't in the Lamb of Life, guess what? If your book is not in the Lamb of Life, you hear what them souls said? Help. Ain't no one come to help. I use that video for a reason. And if you don't, hey, but if people want to play with God, you're going to be looking at something like this. And where they're yelling and screaming at, what does it look like down there? Where he's at is yelling and screaming. And you got to look at these things. Imagine that. You got to look at these things down there. Look at it. You got to look at something that look like this for eternity. You got to spend the rest of your eternity, they torturing you. Any torment they want to choose to torture you with fire. He can torture you. He can put a crown on your head as a mockery of Christ. A thorn with fire on it. Because he mocks Christ. In his kingdom, they mock Christ, they mock the one that's Yeshua. You want to go down there? You want to spend time with him? You know who that is, right? That's Baphomet. That's the Baphomet. Transgender, transsexual, LGBTQ. That's the spirit behind it. Yeah, you see this? This is what your past, the men and women of God was trying to tell you. To come to Yeshua. This is the reason why. Do you want to dwell with something like this? And you got people that say that, oh, they don't exist. But you heard it from his boss, right? They don't exist, huh? Then where did they get these pictures from? Who gave you these images? And this is for you agnostics and you atheists. Who gave them this image? Who gave them this image? You an atheist? You don't believe in God? You want to hate God? You want to hate the Christ? You gonna look at him. That's who you want to dwell with, right? You want to make him. You want to be his. You want to make him your Lord. Oh, people want to mock Jesus. They want to mock the Christ. They want to see he never existed. They say his crucifixion. Guess what you're doing? You denying the Christ. You in agreement with him. And he's here to give you the delusion. And he even know that Christ died on the cross. Because when Christ was up on the cross, he heard what was coming. His kingdom was shaken. His kingdom was shaken. Satan's kingdom shook when Christ was coming. They shook. They didn't know what was going on. God kept it, the Most High kept it a secret. Because he couldn't let them know everything. He says Satan knew enough. And these fallen beings knew enough, but they didn't know what was coming. And so this is what you want to dwell with? Look at them. You want to dwell with something like this? When you're suffering down there, imagine smoke and fire and worms never died. And you got to look at this thing tormenting you for eternity. See, Imagine these things down. Imagine looking at these images down there. That's got to torment you. And whatever he assigned a demon to you, you got to do what that demon says. You ain't got nowhere to run. You can't run. You in an eternal fire. You in eternal fire. And when you down there, crying, yelling, this is what he's looking at you. He said, "Yeah, buddy. Remember when you blasphemed the Holy Spirit? Remember when you blasphemed that Jesus? Remember that? You dwelling with him now. You did a good job. You did a perfect job. You didn't want to believe. You didn't believe, and then And the thing about this, the Most High said your name in the book, and it's going to be an angel. Oh, there's an angel that has the book of life. Said your name is not written here. Guess where you got to go? Guess if your name is not in the book of life, guess where you got to go? You got to go. If the angel of the Lord of Yeshua tells you he's not here, his name ain't here, that's your. Then you have to go fake. You got to be tormented by something look like this. Or you can see Beelzebub like this, which he's going to the lake. Always going to the lake of fire, but they're going to torment you and take many of your souls on this. Many people's soul on this planet. They're trying to. They're trying to get you to blaspheme the Most High, so they can take many of you and torment your souls for 1,000 years in human life. Eternity, one day is 1,000. Imagine spending 1,000 years of eternity looking at these things. Look at them. You want to keep partying? Oh, we're gonna party. They're gonna party all right with you down there. They're gonna party with you. They're gonna show you what a party is. And you guys show this. It's kind of brutal, but sometimes this is reality. If you don't believe me, get on your hands and knees and ask the pictures that I showed you. Ask God. Were these the things that is down there? Look in this, He'll guide you in the scriptures. Ask God that this is under principality that look like this. Ask God. Ask God. He'll show you. He'll show you. Ask God. You want to be tormented like this? By any of these entities? You want to be tormented? Ask God. You don't have to believe me. You ain't got to believe this. You ain't got to believe nothing to do. You don't have to believe nothing. But every time when we Christians, when people are praying, guess what's going on? Guess what's going on when people are praying? When they're praying to the Lord and they're under Christ. Guess who's fighting for them? He's fighting in the spirit. But they got you believing that, none of this stuff don't exist. What the heck? But you got testimonies. Now, this is what's guarding you. Why every day of your life, this is above you, is what's guarding you from those entities. Reason why you live, one of the main reasons you live, because of God's angels. One of the main reasons why you are living, and if you go to the hospital, you're sick, you have an angel watching over you. Look at this. Keeping you. That's who's going to fight the demons. Fighting off demons. That's Yeshua's angels. That's Yeshua's. And when you pray and you worship, they appear. So when you in church and praise and worship, the Yeshua's angels come into the midst. And they come powerful, glowing, as you worship the Most High. I had to show you that. The lion's den. So, but yeah, this is what's surrounding you. Our God and angel armies. This was probably looking like in the spirit realm. This could be looking like, if God gave you a vision, He might be showing you something like this. When you go in prayer and fasting, you might be seeing these images. And you actually when you pray, you fast, and go into a deep intercessory prayer, you're seeing these images. You're probably seeing something similar to that. That's why it's important to pray. That's why it's important to be fellowship with God. Because the fellowship of God keeps. And even it's not only protecting you protecting your friends and your family. Because when you pray, you activate the kingdom. Some people have to see it. Well, it's all about this. This is a big part of the war. This is a big part of the war. And that's why I said we're not in this alone. We're not in this alone. Them images I showed you, we're not alone. They won't harm you. They can't touch you. Because God, that's what it's really all about. So I just wanted to play these videos, but I hope you read this. It says a place in torment, it lasts forever, there is no escape, and you didn't have to go. And a lot of people who are take pledge to the Illuminati and all these different celebrities, that's where they're going. All these secret societies, all the one that did abominable thing against the Most High God, that's where they're going. This is where they're going. And there's some that left this earth or in hell as we speak. Guess what they're going through? They're going through this. Think a lot of celebrities that sold their soul to the devil. But people think it's a joke. It ain't no joke. You heard the video. And that's a good question. Why listen to the devil? Because he promised you everything. He'll promise you, show you everything. He'll give you the power. He'll give you the glamour. But in the day, he'll give you the power to try to destroy and cause destruction and damage and accidents, like a warlock or a witch or a sorceress. But at the end of the day, if God decides to take the witches and the warlock and sorceress, and they are not forgiven, they go to this place. There are warlocks and witches are in hell. There are sorcerers in hell. There are people that play with the word of God in hell. So my question is, this is the reason why people are trying to tell you to give your life to Christ. Because you don't want to end up in a place like this. And that's the soul. That's not the flesh, that's the soul. See this man here? That's the soul. It's not his. Your flesh don't go. Your soul and spirit. And they say that your soul feels 10 times more than your flesh ever do. I've heard testimony about that. So your soul feels hyphens more than what you felt in your natural body. So, the question is, it's up to you. You want to visit a place that look like this? Make a decision. Because that's the reality. Make a decision. Or do you want to practice dark arts and stuff? And be around on the day of judgment with all the other people practicing dark arts and things. Different spiritual patterns. Sorcery. Spiritualism. That the Christ Yeshua never gave. I pray that you make a decision, because this is going to happen soon. We got to show you the images so you understand it, and let God minister to you. Like, this thing is real. This thing, you want to be like this? You want to see that in hell? You want to see this in hell? Look at it. This ain't no joke. This is the reality. What you heard on that tape, on his video, that's what's down there. That's what's down there. That's who's communicating. He's communicating with. That's what he was communicating with. Sometimes, because you need to put the image to see this what's going down. This, see this? So, I hope this ministers to you. I hope if you're straddling the fence, that you need to give your life to Christ. Because if you don't, you never know. You never know if you're going to wake up one day and you may not ever wake back up again. It's that serious. We are at the times, and we don't know the hour clock on all of our bodies. We don't know the clock. We don't know the time. We don't know where we're heading. But if it's something for you to think about. Because heaven and hell is real. Don't let them fool you. Don't let people tell you that it's not real. That them places are not real. That's why I played this video from Cody's. Don't let them tell you that. But them voices, which means I believe he's picking up something from the other side. I do. There's some spirits over there, and I have to Why I'm showing that he's speaking it, because that's what's coming from over there, to show you the images, what could be talking to him. Thousands of people are suffering, billions probably going through this, and under the where the hell was at. But some people are going to mock this video. They're going to laugh at it. But in the end, God's going to show them what I'm telling you is the truth. So you have to see it. So it scares me as a remind me as well. Get with God, the Most High, because you definitely don't want to go in these places. Okay. And this even tells you the region geographically where it's at in the earth. So yep. So again, you want to see eternity that look like this, smelling of smoke and fire? You want to see this? When you leave your earthly body, you want to be down and something that look like this? Yeah, because that's Satan's kingdom. What they call the underlords. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, it's something to think about. There's no time to waste. Ain't no time to preach. I mean, no time to be playing games. Because when you die, and it's right where the earth is at, you in Sheol. They call it Sheol, but it's the center of the earth. So if God decides you don't go where third heaven, that's where you go. So I hope that this will kind of wake you up and give you life to Christ. If you don't, you may never know it's too late. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, you guys take it easy, be blessed, and get on your knees and pray. Pray what I'm showing you. You'll see. God have a God blessed day.